All right, so I'm getting my walk in, my daily minimum, and I did run a lap as fast as I could just to get a benchmark, because I want one. I want to compare later to see how my progress is doing. So I'm breathing a little heavy, but I still want to get this video out. We're 12 days in. This morning I was at 16 pounds lost. And this is my last day. I'm fasting right now. I'm doing a 3-day water only, no food fast. And you could definitely see the needle move more when you're fasting, obviously. But I think what helps is working out still, like keeping that same routine, and you're really just drastically decreasing your calories per day. Ultimately, that's what it's doing. You're intaking calories and you're burning calories. A pound of body weight of fat is equivalent to about 3,500 calories. And on average, I burn 2,300 calories a day. So when I fast and I work out, my deficit is 2,300 because I didn't intake anything, but I still burn that amount doing nothing. So if I'm working out, now you just add how many calories you're burning in addition to your normal. So let's just say, for example, I burned 700 calories a couple days ago, but I didn't eat anything. It's safe to say that day I was in a 3,000 calorie deficit. So just in that one day, it's likely that I could lose close to a pound, or at least a half a pound kind of thing. So these numbers are rough. There's experts and way better videos than mine out there to teach you guys all this, but just keep it simple. What you're intaking and what you're putting out, it's all measured in calories. Now, my father, who's type 2 diabetic, but he's insulin dependent, so he's like a type 1. He's, for decades, he's trained to measure everything in carbs. And we had an interesting conversation recently because he talks in terms of carbs. I talk in terms of calories. Well, we're saying the same thing. We're just using a different word, different language. So what we found out was about 1 carb is equal to 4 calories. So it doesn't matter which way you look at it, but what matters is what you're bringing in and what you're putting out. So, okay, so here I am today. I'm day 3. How do I feel? Day 3 of my fast. No food, just water. I remember when I did fasting before. I did it like 2 or 3 times. The last time I lost 50 pounds in 90 days. And there was even one time I did a fast for 5 days. And I could tell you without a doubt, the 4th and 5th day, I felt it. So to be safe, I was using, it was a Pedialyte sugar-free additive to my water. I think I did 2 or 3 a day. There's these little packets you just put into, I think it was 16 ounces of water. I forget. But I did like 2 or 3 a day as I got deeper into the length of fasting, just to be safe. But your workouts, you can tell your workouts, you exert yourself more. And as far as safety is concerned, just make sure you're stretching. When you are eating, you're eating healthy, you're getting a balanced diet and such. Again, I'm not an expert. There's hundreds and thousands of videos out there about how to take care of your nutrition, but I've done this before successfully. I'm not saying what I do is perfect or what I did or what I'm going to do, but this is just my personal choice. So we're day 12 in. 16 pounds is significant. And people will say, they'll say it in the comments, it's too fast, it's dangerous, it's unsafe, you're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna make yourself sick, you're gonna lose all your muscles. That's okay. They can say what they can say. I just know from doing this once before, I maintained my muscle mass. In fact, I even gained a little bit, and I lost 54 pounds, I wanna say in 93 days. I went a little bit over. Not intentionally, but I was trying to be comfortable. I'm definitely more mindful and disciplined this time around, because last time I lost the 50 pounds, I would splurge a little bit, you know, half a donut here, an In-N-Out burger there, whatever temptations came across. It wasn't always no. In fact, I'd say about 50% of the time it was like, I could do a little bit. Or I remember one day we brought In-N-Out to work, and I had just a In-N-Out hamburger. I think I did it even protein style, but the fries kill you. The fries, I think, the single thing of fries is like 300 or 400 calories. I went over my budget, but then I'm thinking, how do I make up for it? So I do a longer workout, which isn't the funnest idea when you go through that you ate too much, and now you got to work hard just to get back to status where you want to be. So those are little lessons that you learned, and that might have contributed to where I am today, where I'm doing a better job of just saying no and avoiding those temptations. They're there. Oh gosh, anything potatoes. I love potatoes. Fried foods. Gosh, my guilty pleasure is like gas station food, taquitos. It's terrible. I know it's terrible. Pizza. I could lock away half a pizza easy. Like, you know, I could probably put a whole pizza away and think, I'm starting to feel full. So pizza's a weakness. Chips and salsa, chips and nacho cheese, just chips. I love chips. And it's important I manage those, you know. Much like your personal budgeting, if you just save and save and save and save all your money, you're gonna burn out. So you got to enjoy it a little bit. And it's the same thing with your food budget. You got to enjoy a little bit. So right now, I'm definitely saving too much on this fast, this no food fast. And I'm looking forward to eating something yummy tomorrow. So again, go do your own research, learn about fasting. When I start eating tomorrow, I'm gonna start with 1 banana, and I'm gonna wait about an hour, just make sure I don't have any stomach cramps or anything that's, you know, out of the ordinary. And then I'll eat something light from there. Just try to keep the food easy for the first half day. Just make sure I don't like shock my system. So what else? Plans going forward. I did make a bunch of chicken. I have some beans. I wanted to do like a wrap, like a lettuce wrap kind of thing. So I have some lettuce for that, but I don't have enough lettuce for salads and such. And I do like salads. You gotta find what works for you, because some of the basic salads, you know, it's like no wonder people don't like salads, because you're not doing it right. It's like most anything that you cook. You gotta find what works for your taste. So I have I have the chicken, I have beans, I have potatoes, like all pre-cooked, frozen. I can just heat those up whenever I want. But I gotta prep a little bit more. It's Saturday today. I do gotta run to the store tonight for some things that we need, and I'll probably just grab some of my prepping stuff there. But I mentioned it in a video. I don't know if it was yesterday's video or the day prior, but preparing for your day. So I think yesterday, most of my day was just taken up relating to work, and I didn't really have time to sit down and cook a meal, let alone, you know, eat the food I brought. So you have to prepare. There's I think it's a military saying, you guys could look it up. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, the 5 P's. And when you're trying to be disciplined into building healthy habits, and you're on a hard mission that's particularly aggressive, like losing 50 pounds in 90 days, it's doable. I think Many of the people watching this are capable of doing that, but you have to prepare. Because I could tell you, like, I have temptations, I have weaknesses, but the worst times for me is when you mix the temptation with inconvenience. You know, it's inconvenient to choose something healthy. It's inconvenient to wait till you get home. It's just, you know, the fast food joints right there. There's, you know, someone brought pizza. It's right there. You know, that discipline is hard. It is hard. You have to work at it. So preparing snacks, frozen food, little things you can munch on. Like, you know, they say, like, oh, carrots are a good little snack. Well, after like the 4th or 5th baby carrot, I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, man, these are kind of bland. So you have to manage with that, mix it up. I like, you know, fat-free Italian dressing right now. I just a little bit. I dipped a little carrot in there, and it's palpable. It's not perfect, but it gets you through it until the point to where you're just thinking to yourself, like, I'm not even thinking I'm hungry anymore. But the next thing I want to get into is setting your goals. Your goals have to be clear. And not only do your goals have to be clear, your why has to be clear. Why is this your goal? Well, I've been overweight since freshman year in high school. I weighed 220 pounds as a walk-on freshman in football. So, my why, I'm in a weird place right now. I'm almost 40. I'm turning 39 real soon. And I haven't been under 200 pounds since the 8th grade, since middle school. And I was working out. I was strong. I was short, but I was strong. I was in shape, but I haven't been that small. I've always been husky. You go to a doctor and you look at that little chart on the wall about BMI, and all of a sudden I'm morbidly obese. I don't feel like I look morbidly obese, but doctor says I am. And when you look at America in general, compared to, you know, healthier countries, Americans are known to be bigger. So I want to fit into the person I know I am on the inside, and I have this vision for being healthy. I always have, but I've always prioritized work and family and everybody else in my life. So it's challenging to prioritize your free time. So understanding your why. Now, if it's your kids, if it's your work, if it's the way you look, if it's your marriage, if it's, you know, fill in the blank. Make your why very clear. And I'm going to tell you this again, you can find this stuff everywhere. Write your goals down, put reminders up, put it in the bathroom, on the mirror, put it next to your keys before you go, put reminders on your phone. Do everything you have to do to keep this goal in mind. Now, it's not always practical to do the things necessary to work on your goal in the moment, but you're rewiring your brain to build a passive subconscious habit. And that might be as simple as, like, oh, I gotta go to gym today. To the gym, you know, it's like, if I have 30 minutes to kill, 10 minutes down to the gym, pop on the treadmill for 10 minutes, drive back home, whatever. Like, that's better than just going home and sitting on the couch. But you have to get it in your mind that you have to do such thing. You have to rework your brain to develop those habits necessary to achieve the goal. You have to, I don't want to say obsess about it, but it helps. So, what else do I got? The naysayers. And I don't want to say, like, oh, I'm talking to the haters, because I don't hate anybody, and I don't think anybody should hate, but you're gonna have people that are gonna conflict against what you're doing. And sometimes, to be fair, they bring good, honest information to the conversation. And that's fine, but let me give you an example. The last time I lost 50 pounds, you hear what people say, and they'll say, oh, it's dangerous. Oh, that's unhealthy. Well, my argument is weighing 264 pounds that I started at last time was unhealthy. Like, okay, if I drop 50 pounds in a few months, I'm a healthier person at the end of the 50 months, regardless if it's, you know, some people's opinion that, you know, it's unhealthy or not. But, you know, you measure, you talk with the doctors, you check in. I have a thyroid problem. I'm getting blood work. Telling my doctor, I want to lose weight. He's like, do you want the Ozempic? I said, no, I want to do this the old fashioned way. The way that, I'll just say it, people should be doing it. I don't like shortcuts. I don't like drugs. I don't like shots. I want to stay away from that stuff. There's a personal grind I have to get through for me to feel like I'm succeeding. And shortcuts, if you shortcut one thing, you're going to shortcut a lot of things. That's not who I want to be. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, okay? I might take shortcuts here and there for different reasons, different things, but coming to my health, like, I want to be legit because I want it to last. I want this to be, you know, you get these people on Ozempic and they're dropping weight like crazy. What happens when they stop? Are they really eating different? You know, and you hear that. Okay, so what's another thing? The lap band. Okay, the lap band has saved lives. It has. But there's also those people that get the lap band and they're still eating just as much. In fact, they might even have more complications now with this thing they're doing. They didn't change the habit. And I get, like, those things are like supposed to work on your psyche a little bit to, you know, tell you that you're not hungry when normally you would tell yourself you're hungry. But guys, I'm telling you, the habits, the deep-rooted flow and rhythm of your everyday, affecting that, changing that, and finding a new rhythm that includes taking care of yourself, that's the long-term success. If you can get there, that's where you want to be. And get some support. Talk to a doctor, get some friends on board. I mean, I kind of wish, you know, maybe I had some people with me, but you guys are my accountability right now. And as weird as it might be, I'm talking to you. I'm reciting these things. I'm practicing these things in my head because I'm here with you. And I see it that way. And I'm going to continue practicing it that way. But I'm also looking for good support. I go to counseling. I see my doctor. I see my doctor again. I saw him like 2 weeks ago. And I see him again, and I think in another 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. And it's cool just talking to him because he was really down to earth, and he said, you know, like, hey, you know, if you can do it, head down to this place for free. They'll scan you. And I'm like, I don't really want to, like, I don't want to go if they're going to try to sell me something. He's like, it's okay. You could just tell them, you know, you're not going to buy anything. But he's like, it just gets you a little bit more information as a benchmark. So as you're progressing, you can go back and do it again for free, and you can see that progress. Now, I don't know about you, but seeing the progress is motivating for me. I put out a short today about, like, my pants. Today, there's confidence that my pants aren't as tight as they used to be. And I'm like, hey, like, I'm still heavy. I'm still 240, but I'm like, my mind's like, I'm starting to feel skinny again, you know? When you put pants on and they're just regular pants and you're telling yourself, like, man, this is starting to fit like skinny jeans. I don't wear skinny jeans. That's problematic. But then you have the opposite effect that, hey, like, these pants are getting loose now. So that's nice. That's rewarding for me. That's motivating for me. I step on the scale every morning. I wake up. I don't drink anything yet. I don't eat anything yet. I go to the restroom. At the same time, right when I wake up, I go to the restroom. I go pee. I'll take my shorts off. I'm just in my underwear, so I'm always wearing the same thing. And I weigh myself. So I have a marker for every day at the same time. Before I eat, before I drink. Now, after that, I have to take my medication for my thyroid. And I have to wait 45 minutes to an hour before I eat or consume anything else. So that's not always easy for me, but again, we're building healthy habits here. So yeah, weighing myself every day. I got the scan to give me a good benchmark. And even just today, I know I'm 12 days in, but I knew I couldn't run on day one. I had 8 months that I did nothing. I didn't want to kill myself on the first day, give myself a heart attack, but decided, okay, 12 days in, the walking's gotten a lot easier. My calves are feeling better. Now they still get swollen without the compression sleeves, but I thought it was within me to run a lap without stopping, and I almost didn't make it, but I ran a lap. I still don't know the time yet. I got to go back and see about when I started and stuff. I didn't have a timer on me. I didn't have much sunlight left. I wanted to get her done. So I have a benchmark. At least today, July 18th, I ran a lap, and however much time it took me, I don't know yet, but I'll find out as soon as I get home. So your why, your goals, all those things, long-term goals. So I don't want to just hit 50 pounds, because this is what happened. I hit 50 pounds and I told myself, like, oh, I'd like to keep going, and then I didn't. Life took over, work changed, marriage changed, life just changed, and I had all these good excuses why I wasn't gonna watch what I eat today. I wasn't gonna work out today. So long-term goals, I'll just tell you what mine are. I'm gonna lose 50 pounds within 90 days. I'm feeling I'm gonna hit it a lot sooner than 90 days, but I want to give myself some grace too. You know, I'm gonna rebound a little bit here and there, so that's okay. That puts me at 205. Now, I haven't been 205. I wrestled in high school. I was 194. In football, I was weighing 205 my senior year, and that was 2005. So 205 is my 50 pounds in 90 days. I wanna get under 200. 199.9. Okay, and that's not the finish line, but that's my green light go for working out in the weight room. So I mean, I don't know if you could tell by the build of me, I have worked out. I don't work out, but I worked out a lot. I was a gym rat, and I was in competitive weightlifting, and I was athletic, and I was fast, and I was doing Olympic style lifting in high school, and I've maintained my build relatively easily for a long period of time, because it's also in my work ethic that I work hard as well. But as far as lifting weights is concerned, I've done them here and there, but has there been a week where I lifted weights on a schedule in the last 20 years? I don't think so. So going back to long-term goals, 199.9. If I rebound a little bit and I go to 200.1, fine. But 199.9, when I see that number on the scale, it's my green light go for lifting weights. And because I know too, like lifting weights, I might gain muscle mass and such, but it's just, I desire to do that. It's kind of a reward, but it's also kind of a boost to keep going, because I do want to incorporate lifting weights. Now, you can lift weights as a cardio workout, as a fat burning workout. You can. I've done it, and when you can do it well, it feels great. I've done weightlifting for strength training. I've done weightlifting for cardio. I've done weightlifting for that fat burning zone, that heart rate that it's not high and it's not, it's, look, you can lift weights and do a lot. Oh, it's a praying mantis. Hey, dude. I don't know why I stopped. I want to see what time it is to see if I'm done walking. I don't know how many laps. I'm gonna go one more. But okay, long-term goals, back to that. 180 pounds. Why? Couldn't tell you. It just sounds good to me. I might regret this idea, but I wanna touch 180 pounds. And at that point, I don't know if I want to really go any lower. 180. And if I could maintain in between 180 and 200, then my mind kind of shifts. I might be consuming more, building up, bulking up, you know, maybe trying to look good, get the muscles good. I like strength more than size, but yeah, I want to be between 180 and 200, but start lifting weights under 200 and I want to touch 180. And my workouts will be different, and yeah, that's the vision I have. So I haven't been 180 pounds since middle school. And yeah, I think I was about 180, 175, 180. I was benching 210. And I remember going into freshman football, I was 220. I kind of got big over the summer, but I worked hard for it too. So that's really it. I'm kind of rambling. I just want to get some stuff off my chest and share visions and little tidbits that, you know, I've heard all my life, and I've practiced, and I've forgotten, and I've succeeded at, and I've failed at, and we're just hanging out here. So that's all I got. I'm gonna finish up this lap. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna take a shower, drink some water, and I'm looking forward to that meal in the morning. I'm hungry, you know. I'm not suffering or starving in any way, don't get me wrong, but I'm good. I feel good. I feel accomplished. I just gotta make it through the night. To be honest with you, the night is the hardest time when temptations kick in for me. I'll catch myself looking for, you know, chips, little snacks, and what's this candy my kids got, and you know, I get so bad at night. So you know, stay on track, guys. Stay on the path. Bring good stuff into your life. Support yourself with people, with like-minded people. That's all I got. Stay on the path. Stay motivated. Keep your why in front of you, and keep grinding. Lean on those people that support you. Try to limit the people that deny you or try to pull you down. So this was a good chat. I hope you guys got something useful out of it. I'll talk to you later.